Hello, my name is Grian, and today I'm going to be showing you a bunch of animal designs. Now, I didn't actually make these, the crew did, and I will be crediting each and every one of them in the description. So as you can see, they've made a long line of medium or small-sized animals. Let's begin with the first one, which is a moose or a reindeer, however you want to see it, could be used for either. Now, the key thing is the fence is used for the antlers, and you can shape them as you want. Then the rest of it is clay, and in fact most of the builds are made out of clay. And I'm sort of going to circle round each one and give you a nice little pan view so that if you wanted to make any, it's fairly easy to work out. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by telling you how to make them block by block. Next up is a easy flamingo. Now you might remember the extra small version that I made in a previous video. This is a slightly larger one using those banners that make it a little more cute, and of course a nice beak over the top. The next one is a couple of polar bears, a daddy polar bear and a baby polar bear, or a mummy polar bear. It depends what you want. It's gender neutral. And you can kind of see that the detail on this is a little more than the others, and as you'll see, this is probably one of the more complex one. And again, I will circle around so that you can see to the best of your ability what there is, and I will again show you the smaller version, which is literally just a very miniature version of the one next to it. Next up is some ducks. You may have seen these in ponds, built for decoration purposes. So we have the mama duck here, and then a couple of smaller ones, just a yellow one, which is more of a baby, and then a mallard, which is a very common kind of duck species. So they're very, very cute, and I would recommend doing them. They're like 4 or 5 blocks. Next up is the grizzly bear, which you may notice is an exact replica of the polar bear one over there. It is just a few block changes away from being a grizzly bear. I mean, they're kind of similar anyway, the main difference is the colour. Next up is a swan, which has a nice curvature for how big it is. Now, the only complaint I have about this build is the bit in the middle isn't supposed to be there, so I'm just going to change that real quick and add the staircase on the 2 wings just to alter it to make it look a little more realistic. See, that looks a lot more like a swan. And again, I'll just show you how it looks, so if you wanted to replicate it and put it in a pond, all good. Now, this is probably my favourite one, just because of how simple it is. It's clearly a penguin, but it's 3 blocks tall. It's got some banners on it, which do all the detail work for you. And next up is a variation of the penguin sliding. I perhaps would have made the body a little bit longer, but it looks so good sliding along the floor. Now, these next ones are really clever uses of the end rod. This is a hummingbird, and they eat nectar out of flowers, and the end rod is a really good use of that. And again, on this one, the bee, it makes up the stinger. Now, the buttons are on the side of this design, so you have something to put the carpet onto, and they make up the wings. They look a little bit out of place, but at the same time, they're not too bad. The seagull here, I almost called it Wingull, the Pokemon, but the seagull here is just a compact bird, very easy to make. Similarly, you can make a peacock using the same design, almost with a bit longer neck, and just add a bunch of banners at the back with some use of barrier blocks. You can't do it without the barrier blocks, or you could using wool and then having an interesting colour. That is just black. You could choose whatever colour you wanted to. Now, the next one, I need to give a special shout out to Ajustme, who made the puffin, and he wanted me to say that. It is a fantastic design. Now, it's made possible by the black banner and the black carpet. That's what really completes the head and identifies it as a puffin, otherwise you might get confused with a penguin. Next up is a larger scale elephant. Now, I actually edited the tusks a little bit for this one, and I think this one is a very, very cute and good design. But it is quite big, so I'm going to give it a good look around to make sure that you can take in all the finer details. I imagine someone that would want to use all of these animal designs is someone perhaps making a zoo, so I want to make sure that you are able to get all the dimensions correct. Now, this is the unimpressed giraffe. Although the eyes look cute on the elephant, they don't look so cute on the giraffe. The design is actually fairly simple, but the combination of the yellow and the brown, along with the long neck, makes the giraffe look kind of cool. Next up is a black and white dolphin. I perhaps think this one could have been made slightly better, but the design is there nonetheless if you wanted to use it. It is quite compact. Some details could be added, perhaps some carpet on the top, just to add that little bit more. The shark here is one of my favourite animals in the list. It looks really cool, it's kind of cute, and it's got a really nice design. I particularly like the use of the clay, which is a perfect colour for the shark, and of course you don't have to use the cute eyes like the OU eyes, but I think they fit rather nicely. You can use any kind of banner or buttons. Next up is a tiny turtle. Now the guy that made this said, yes, it's a turtle. I think it looks like a bug, but I would keep it in there anyway since I didn't make these, and I thought I'd include all of them. Now this is Nettie Plays. Wait, it looks like Nettie Plays. And Nettie Plays is a bush baby animal, but I think this is intended to be a mouse, so it's more what you think it looks like. I might even think it looks a bit like a possum. It's kind of what you interpret it to be. Say hi to Nettie Plays if you're a fan of hers as well. Finally, we have one of my all-time favourites, which is the Walrus. It looks really cool, it's just the right colour, and the use of the end rods as the teeth or the tusks are really, really good and innovative. And of course it's very cute with its eyes. So those are all the designs of the animals that I have to show you today. A big thank you to the crew, Ajustme, BotBox, H-Monkey, Schottie, I don't know how to say your name properly, but they are all really talented guys, and I honestly wouldn't be able to make the amount of content that I am producing without them. They made this, and I didn't even ask them to. How cool are they? So I'm going to link all of them in the description, their Twitters, so if you love building, go and follow them. I'm sure they tweet buildings every now and again. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Goodbye!